Hello, welcome. I'm Miss Moss. I am your English teacher. How are you? We are going to go through the first day of school welcome survey. So if you see me looking down, I am looking down at my papers. I'm not looking down at my phone. I'm just looking down at my papers. I am going to do the survey and then you are going to do the survey. Yay! Okay, so starting on the top right, it says, what is your name and what would you like to be called? By the way, we are going to get interrupted. You're going to hear dogs barking, probably doorbells ringing, and that kind of stuff. I'm at home. Okay, so what is your name? What do you like to be called? My first name is Shayna, and I like to be called Miss Moss, MS. We will eventually go through Ms., Miss, Mrs., and Mr. You ever noticed why females have three and men only have one? Oh, we'll cover that. Don't worry, we'll cover that. Okay, going to the left, what kind of technology access do you have at home? I have a laptop, but that's a school laptop, a smartphone, and I have internet access. And then to the right, check the box to whichever statement best describes you. And the statement that best describes me is I already have a job and will keep working during the school year, hopefully. Okay? If I had to guess how many books are in my house, I would say there are about 6. Why only 6? Because if you look around the room, where are all my books? All of my books are sent to you to add to our classroom library. Okay, so they are there for your choosing. Just please make sure you sign them up. In the middle, if I could teach someone all about blank, because I am basically an expert, I chose to write, if I could teach someone all about texting properly, I would, because I use punctuation in capitals, and let's face it, you don't. I could teach you all about the proper way to do that, so then we can communicate properly. Maybe if you used a comma, I would know what you are saying. I'll help you with that. That's what I'm here for. What was the most fun thing you did this summer? Bye. What was the most fun thing that I did this summer? Well, I was in a fishing tournament. Ooh, oh, why didn't I pull up the picture and show you? All right, I'll find the picture and show you later. Or I'll just show you in class. Yeah, I went on a fishing tournament in Clearwater for a couple days and reeled in some fish. 4 positive words that I would use to describe myself are patient, confident, determined, and quirky. I'm going with quirky. I'm taking that as a positive because when people call me quirky, I'm saying, okay, thanks. What else am I going to say? What am I supposed to say to that? When I was 5, I wanted to be a blank. Okay. I wanted to be what was called, I have to say this, back in the day, a housewife. A housewife is what we now call a stay-at-home mom. And that's what I wanted to be. How many kids do I have? Boy, do I envy those mothers. I don't know how they do it. Taking care of kids, taking care of you guys, working full-time jobs, going to the supermarket, lugging those strollers, carrying a kid on a hip, teaching you how to read, go home, hug whoever raised you, who's ever helping to raise you, say thank you. Whew. Because when I was 5 and I wanted to be a housewife, a lot harder than you could ever imagine. That is not on my bucket list. Love you guys, but sending you home. Now, what do I want to be? I want to be a teacher. So I'm here. I can teach you. I can love you. But I can also send you back home to your parents. I missed that step in my life. It's okay though. I have you guys to come to every day. You make me happy, you make me laugh, and I get to give you an education. Check, check, and check. Score. My favorite teacher ever, I'm in the middle now. My favorite teacher ever was Senorita Shepherd. And I liked this class the best because, in hindsight, meaning down the road, I liked it the best because she taught me that I can basically, and basic, communicate in Spanish. It's not useful Spanish, but I can call your parents in Spanish and tell them that you're not doing well, or you're doing well, and that you're not doing your work, or that you are doing your work, or that you're a great student, or that you need a little tune-up. I can do the basics, and I have all that because of Senorita Shepherd. And you know what I did? Okay, I'm getting a little sidetracked. I had my dad, who's retired, he's in Florida, in Orlando, so he's got the time. I had him go back to my middle school records, took him forever, and find Senorita Shepherd from 7th grade, who is married and changed her name and everything. And he got in contact with the HR department from Emmett Belknap Middle School, where I went to school, and we found her. I shouldn't say we. He and the HR person found Senorita Shepherd and got her email address, and I sent her an email and said, thank you, basically, for teaching me conversational Spanish to where I can use it in my life to be able to communicate with people. Okay, sorry, story back. Okay. How many, starting with kindergarten, how many different schools have you attended, including this one? I said 8 because I included my colleges. So how many have you attended? How many siblings, nieces, nephews, or little cousins do you have living with you? 0. How many pets do you have at your house? I have 1 renegade, big dog, and I always claim that I have 2 others with me because they're with me here. So, okay, what is something free that you enjoy doing? I love coloring. I color inside the lines. What's something fun that you enjoy doing? Fishing, we know that. What's something that you collect? Probably like everybody here, I collect seashells. Do we all do that? Something fun or something that I want to learn to do? Kind of embarrassing, but I want to learn how to take the fish off the pole. Yeah, I love fishing, but let's learn that one key ingredient when it comes to fishing. I just recently learned how to bait my own hook on the pole, but let's get there to where I can take the slimy, big, scary fish off the hook. Okay, what clubs or sports might you do this year? No idea. Any suggestions? Throw something at me. Maybe I'll do it, maybe I won't. Let's see. Give me something cool. What kind of learner are you? I am a visual learner, a spatial learner, auditory learner, and I am such a solitary, independent worker. You know, when you get into a group, what happens? One person does all the work, somebody's screwing around, there's the quiet person, I'm the person that ends up doing all the work. So, I don't like being in a group. Even now, at this age. So, because group work doesn't change when you get older. I felt proud when my mom told me I had a high tolerance for pain when I got my ingrown toenails removed. Do you want me to tell you what an ingrown toenail is? Bleh. I'll spare you. But it was painful. But the reason why I handled it well is because it had to get done and the end result was going to be good. But she complimented me. So that was cool. Someday I would like to teach in a prison. That's pretty much why I got into the game of education in the first place. So one day I would like to find myself there. Do you want me to go on to the whole rant about recidivism rates? Recidivism is when a person returns to prison over and over again. And I believe, I'm going on the rant, and I believe that given the tools and the education in the prison system, a person will not return to prison, hence the recidivism rate. So, okay, off the soapbox. So yeah, I would like to teach in a prison. How long in the middle of the worksheet? How long is your daily trip to school and how do you get there? It's a 35 minute drive, and yeah, I drive. My favorite things to learn about as a kid were clouds and rain. My dad told me once that blew my mind. He said the rain has to start and stop somewhere. What? Yeah. I remember one time it was raining at my house, but it wasn't raining across the street. And as a kid, that got me into weather. Another thing I was into was light and dark. I couldn't understand, and then I was interested in it. I couldn't understand how and why it was light and dark at certain times of the day. Um, and another thing I was interested in was time. How could it be a certain time of day at that time of day, and who said it was that time of day, and who created the clock, and why was it a certain time of day in New York, but it wasn't a certain time of day for my aunt in California? It was a conspiracy. It was a scam. So, yeah, there's that. My biggest goal for this year, I'm on the right, is save money for kitty care. From kitty care, I apologize. Kitty care is what I do after school on Mondays and Tuesdays at Gullet Elementary with, well, actually, I get first grade this year. I usually do kindergarten, but I'm moving up with my kindergartners and going to first grade. And I work with them, so I want to save all of that money, take it and put it in a separate account and save it and have a pile of money at the end instead of just spending it. Let's go to the left. How do you stay organized? You'll see I'm the post-it queen. I use post-its, that phone calendar. Try the phone calendar. We all have it. They don't give you planners anymore. So try to use that phone calendar. I obviously use lesson plans. I post the lesson plans on Schoology for you too. You might as well try to use it too. I don't go crazy in the lesson plans. It just says Monday, list. Tuesday, list. Feel free. A lot of kids print them too, so you can try that. What responsibilities do you have at home? I have limited responsibilities. I do the laundry. I put gas in the car. I pay the bills. I clean my coffee cup. And I clean my sink. I'm sure there's more, but under pressure, I really couldn't think. But I know that that I'm spoiled and I don't have a lot of stuff to do. And I'll be honest, when is my birthday? March 5th, 1980. Do the math. Okay. All right. Had a great time talking to you / myself. All right. See you soon.